What do you think? Should we read a book together? I think it's a great idea. Guess what? I chose another new book. I haven't even read it yet. So let's read it together. Wow, look at that. Books, Big Adventure. Look at the cover. It's very bright. It's kind of shiny in the light. Look at the front cover, and here's the back cover. And on there, you can see the barcode and some library information. And on the spine is the name of the book and the new sticker to tell you this is a new book for us. So let's have a little bit of a closer look. Books, Big Adventure by Adam Lehrhaupt, illustrated by Rochelle Jampour-Bell. Let's have a look inside. I wonder who published this. Oh my goodness. Simon & Schuster, Books for Young People. Thank you so much for letting us share this book with all of our friends. All right, let's begin. Books, Big Adventure. Book was new. The cover bright and shiny. Its home a prominent shelf. See that? That's a new sticker. Just like our book has a new sticker on its spine. Look, a public library, just like this one. Book had many adventures. In a car, at a picnic, during bedtime. Book was happy. You can see is a smiley face. One day, Book was moved to a different shelf, a lower, less friendly shelf. Over time, Book's cover faded. The title grew a little hard to read. Can you see? He's not as shiny anymore. Book went on fewer and fewer adventures. Day after day, Book sat on his new shelf. He watched as other books arrived and left on adventures of their own, but not him. Do you think Book is happy? Or do you think he's a little sad? I think he's a little sad, you're right. Book was lonely, forgotten. It wondered if its travels were over. It longed for one last adventure. I wonder what's gonna happen. If you had this book right now, what kind of adventure would you take him on? Oh, that's a good one. If I had this book right now, I would like to take him and sit beside a pool and read him so he can watch everybody swim. He couldn't swim though. No, books can't swim. But Book's cover didn't have bright pictures or knights or princesses, fancy cars or fast trains. So no one noticed it. Book sat on its own shelf, longing and wishing until it was bumped and it tumbled. And there it sat. Can you see? Day after day, no one found it. Book began to lose hope. He must be so sad and lonely. One night, a light slashed through the darkness. A kind of face leaned in. Book was picked up, dusted off, and read. Book felt hope poured through the pages. Was it the next big adventure? then, book was dropped. It was covered, and there it lay, silent, sad. This wasn't a fun adventure. Book was about to give up. When suddenly, Book was chosen again, given, received, loved. Book went on many new adventures, to a museum, to a basketball court, even to Book's favorite. Can you guess what his favorite is? Where do you think this person is taking the book? That's right, to a classroom. That's Book's favorite. Book was given a brand new home, and Book was very, very happy. Look at the puppy even loves Book. The end. Wow, that was a different kind of book for us. Normally I choose silly ones, but this one was pretty good, wasn't it? So the title we know is Book's Big Adventure. We know the author and the illustrator, and we know that the book started out in a library or a bookstore, right? And then it fell, and it got put away, and it got forgotten, didn't it? And the book went under a shelf, and then it got picked up, and it got put in a box, and then it got brought out, and then it started on adventures again, and then the book felt better, and the book was happy again, and the book was feeling used and loved and appreciated, and it was so happy. What a good book. It was great in the beginning, and then it got a little sad, but then everything got better. So remember, even those books on your shelves at home that you haven't read for a while, I bet you they'd love to be reread. Thanks for joining me today.